I'll tell you one time, whenever we first started, we went and bought it was actually the second trail harvester we went through. The way that we went down to look at her, took her up the road, and we just hooked her on the back of the Jeep, and the boy says, no harm to you, boys. These were two headbangers. I don't think he was too wrong. My name's Mark Curry, and it's me and James McGorgan, a friend of mine, and the business is MJ Contracts. James is actually drawing there today, just with a long draw on and stuff, and James usually does most of the mowing there. Known each other from school and went to school together. Always would have worked on the farms and stuff together. He has a farm and we have a farm ourselves, and decided to buy a trail harvester. Started doing a lot of local men around us and stuff, and that's how it got to go now. I run the trail harvester for about 3 years, and then just started getting busier and went down the line of a self-propelled then. It's a different brand to this now. We had her for 4 years. The contractor beside us there was Keith Livingstone. He has a 780 Krone and a 630, so he does, and we got a spin in his, and we turned around and I decided she was a good harvester and we liked her now, so we did down and seen John and Stephen Irwin, and they were good to deal with now, so they were very, very good now. We sort of went for the 630 because of the size of her, and you could get her in round places. We do a lot of sort of small farmers, and it's narrow lanes and narrow gates, and we wouldn't really have enough big men to justify the bigger harvester, you know, in a way. But no, this one here seems to be coping with it all right now. She's still plenty of power for all the size of her now. You can see her right bit around you, like, so you can now. But no, it's the good lock on her too. You can turn in from a 30 foot there straight into an 30 foot, you know. Should be good enough lock that way. And the grip, I had counted her on the hill there, she'd be a wee bit better on the hill. I always found the 960, whenever you're going down steep ground, she'd want to go on herself, you know, she'd just slide on, there'd be no howling back really. But there now, this yoke here seems to grip well, you know, downhill and uphill. She had the rear suspension on the back of her, and actually it's a whole lot smoother, you know. So you'd fairly find it in the field there and stuff, like, you know, you wouldn't be doing as much bopping about now. We've been busier this season than any other season. A couple of new men and stuff there, and just men getting bigger. Next to this man here we're at today, like, he started out with milking 20-30 cows, and now he's up near 100 there at the minute, like. He's at it there 3 years himself, so at the very start, that's why we went for the self-propel, down that self-propel line, because we wanted to be able to put in more grass and stuff, and we wanted more men to go to you know, that kind of way, a wee bit more reliability. We needed reliability, so we need to go for a fresher harvester. No, this season's been good now, it's good grass growth and stuff. Seems to be a lot more acres and stuff there. Like this here's third cut here of the day, like, and still early, you know, it's early for third cut, like. A lot more of them going for more quality, and you get more of it, you know, you have a better chance rather than leaving it a big crap on it, and then you can't get it out of the ground, like. You're safer off taking your 3 or 4 cuts. We do get plenty of rain down again. So it just doesn't know when to stop sometimes. No, the pickup on the front of her now, she's a lot smoother. You wouldn't find the lumps, like, you know, even on that tethered grass and stuff there. She's a lot smoother. Them feed rollers there, you need to think she breaks it down before she gets to the knife, you know. Yeah, no, she handles the wet grass just as good as the dry grass, like, you know, she still keeps going, like, you know, I haven't seen the header stop yet. Like, I actually lifted a real stony field one day, and I took her home, and I says, there's bound to be a big chip, you know, there's bound to be a big chip out of some of these here, but no, she seemed to be alright now. The knives is alright. Like. That's another reason why we went for the 630, was because if we kept her for 3 or 4 years, we'd be thinking, sure, the farmer, you know, should be a handy farmer's machine or a dairyman or something like that, you know, would want to keep her. And the way it is, we couldn't justify losing that much money in your trading in, so you want a good market for her. No, a good day there now, no bargain through 140 acres there. Like. The Windies is smaller and you just don't have as long, you wouldn't have as long to do it, you know, and everybody wants it in the one day, like, you know, and they all want good grass, like they don't want it wet, or if they don't have good grass, they're not going to see it in the winter time, you know. They're not going to get the leaders up, like. Yeah. No, come the end of the year now, but we'll be sending her down to John and Stephen there, they'll look after her, you know, service her and whatever she needs. You need her going right for next year again. We're intending to keep her now 4 or 5 years, like. I don't know yet, we'll just sort of go with the flow and see what happens. If somebody's thinking about changing the harvest, I'd definitely tell them to go and get a spin and on a Krone, you know, because that's really why we changed. We went and got a spin on the Krone and seen what she was like. Now she's a good harvester now, she's a whole lot smoother and you can get through it, like.
Don't you dare be late.